1, go. What's up guys, RuaaY here, coming back at you with another video, and this one's going to be a questions and answers video. I'm with my mate Kazim, and he's going to read me out some questions that you guys have sent over the FOD website and on Twitter. So why don't you go ahead and read me the first question.
Okay, the first question is, are you an objective guy, a slayer, or a support player on your GB team? And are you an ACR guy, or do you run with an SMG?
Okay, so at the moment for my game battles, my EUE team, I am a SMG support kind of player. I'll just watch the cast, my OBJ player, and you know, if he dies I'll pick up the flag and run it. I used to, when I started Black Ops, the first Black Ops, going to see Black Ops 2 then. When I started Black Ops, I was a sole OBJ player, and then as MW3 came, I started off as an AR, but I didn't really suit AR, and I just found support SMG suited me the best, so that's why I am.
When did you start playing competitively?
I probably started playing game battles. I didn't start EUE till later on, but I started game battles probably when I was about 12 years old, around about there. A mate of mine, I used to do public matches with him, and he goes, "Do you want to do a 2v2?" And I'm like, "How are you gonna do that? Do you have some mates that want to join or something? We'll just do 4v4 publics." And he goes, "No, game battles. Have you heard of it?" And I go, "No." And he goes, "Sign up." And it just basically went from there until I am today.
How old are you, and when did you first start YouTube?
I am 14 years old, 15 in November the 2nd, so around 2 weeks if you're watching it as soon as I upload it. And I started YouTube around the same time when I started game battles, around late 12, early 13, so yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time with the competitive scene and YouTube?
5 years for the competitive scene, as I'll be 18, 19, 20, I'd have liked to have a few titles, a few tournaments under my belt, attended quite a few LANs, and just generally be a well-known competitive player, well-established competitive player. I want to be one of those who've been on maybe some pro teams, or maybe become a pro player myself, and you know, just be one of those fear mohos, the 4-player, and just people that are well-known pro players. So, and as far as YouTube goes, considering that will also be 5 years, which is quite a long time, I'd like to have a big, well-established audience, maybe a couple thousand subscribers, maybe 10, 20,000. If I stick up the YouTube thing and keep on the YouTube grind, which I am definitely doing at the moment, so yeah, I just want a bigger audience.
What's the best record you've had in game battles?
For singles, I had a 15-0 singles. I don't really play singles anymore. If I do play singles, it's just because I'm waiting for my team to get on, or just something to pass the time. Doubles was with my mate Matt. We went 41-0 until my account got banned for a team dispute, and for team it was 37-1. And yeah, those are my best records to date.
How did you come up with the name RuaaY?
RuaaY, well, I was just playing around with the letters. I think my name before this was iCalais, maybe it's something before that. I just didn't like it, and I thought the name changed. I was just playing around with what letters look good together, a lot like people do with clan tags. And yeah, it just went RuaaY, it sounded quite good, and I just went with that.
What are your tips going into Black Ops 2?
My tips, if you're a public player, I would just recommend getting into the game, going quite hard at it, if you're pre-ordering it, use that double XP launch weekend, and I know this is quite tedious and quite boring, especially when you've just got the game and you just want to get into it, but try and go through a few of the maps at least, just go through walkthroughs of the maps, try and find what the chokeholds might be, the good, powerful spots, and just abuse them really when you get to the public game. As for competitive, I really would try and get a team into MW3, and just go hard at the game as well, but don't do scrims. It's a bit of a waste of time to start the game. Just again, do pubs, find a good gun and perk combinations. I have actually done a video on this, previous one before this. It's in the description, or if I remember, it will be an annotation on the screen now. If you want to go check that out, it's a whole video on how to start Black Ops 2 and some tips and tricks for the competitive player on how to start Black Ops 2.
What would you recommend me to do, as I've just started competitive after being a public player? How do I get a team and get better, etc.?
Okay, so first of all, check the rules of game battles. I've seen a lot of competitive players running around with like Stalker and stuff. You got to take in mind most competitive players will have headsets, So just getting to pick up scrims really. If you're a CTF player, like an EUE player, which in general are kind of more serious than the S&D only game battles players. In general, I don't want to start a whole argument, but in general, in my opinion, they are a bit more serious about the whole competitive gaming. So if you want to do that, just try and get into as many scrims as you can on the EUE or the Certo, depending where you're from and what console you're on. Go into that and just try and get into as many scrims as you can. You'll soon pick up the game. You'll soon find out what best play suits you, whether you're an AR, an SMG, OBJ, etc, etc. So just try and test it out a little bit. And as for an S&D only player, as really isn't any scrims anymore, just post on the Game Battles forums that you're looking for a team, you're looking for a dubs, and hopefully you'll get some people interested with you. And even if you don't get anyone, just start a singles, go S&D only on singles, and you'll probably find someone that you can ask, do you want to play doubles? You can make a doubles team together and then just ask another doubles team, do you want to make a team? And just take it from there really.
Which Call of Duty series have you liked the most?
For me, definitely Modern Warfare 2. I started seriously on MW2. S&D only mainly is what I played with Chasm actually. It's how I met Chasm through MW2. And S&D only was our game mode, and I had a lot of fun on that, and that's basically the big stepping stone from going to a pubs player to a competitive player through that game. Black Ops I didn't really like. It was never really that big on the Game Battles site, and you know, S&D only wasn't really good, so I started MLG variant on Black Ops, and MW3 is a bit 50-50, and but I still like MW3, but MW2 by far is the best one.
Which capture device do you use for capturing your screen?
If by screen you mean laptop, I don't record on my laptop, but I would suggest using Fraps if you do want to record your screen. As for console, I don't actually have a capture card. I use Call of Duty Elite. I do use the free version. I was going to do a video on how to upload full gameplays on COD Elite, but it seems as Black Ops 2 is coming out soon, and I think you can upload full gameplays on Elite with Black Ops 2 anyway. I'm not going to make that video, but if you can't do full gameplays just easily on Black Ops 2, I will make sure I make a video on how to upload HD gameplay for free using Black Ops 2 Call of Duty Elite.
Since you're from England, is it true that it rains all the time over there?
Well, looking at the window above me, yeah, it is shit weather in England.
Are you going to buy Black Ops 2 and make videos about it?
Yes, I am definitely going to buy Black Ops 2. Luckily for me, my birthday is, like I said, November the 2nd. So I'm pretty much, you know, always pre-ordering Black Ops 2. And yes, I will be on the YouTube grind, definitely, from the start of Black Ops 2. Make sure I'll bring you some good competitive gameplay with some tips and tricks. And hopefully try and get those public players who are kind of hesitant on making the step into competitive. And try and, you know, expose competitive gaming a bit more.
And that's all the questions that.
Okay guys, so thank you all for submitting questions and watching the video. If you enjoyed, found out a bit more, or it's helped you start competitive, please leave a comment and a like, and I'm going to be producing more videos similar to this. So if you did enjoy, please subscribe. Chasm's YouTube will be in the description, but all he does is shitty dispute videos. But that's it from us, so see you guys.